super duper shout out to Asteroid Fight Club, Charles, David, and everybody cool out there. I'm now within $709 of hitting my November 2021 THORnews fundraiser. All right, everyone, almost all year long, I have been warning that the second half of November would be dangerous, kind of scary, creepy, and wild, and it would come from like all different levels. So everybody really needed to stay aware. And now it is the 15th of November, and we are watching a major catastrophic situation unfolding in British Columbia, Canada, and parts of Washington state. The situation is bad, and it looks like it will continue to get worse at least through Tuesday. Matt Gray saying time to abandon ship. It looks like a semi-truck has tipped onto the railing of the Deception Pass Bridge. It's gusting to 56 miles per hour there. And so this event, which is involving like heavy flooding, mudslides, landslides, power outages, now it's got a wind component that will be blowing through the Pacific Northwest over the next 24 hours. So it's just trouble across the board. Radar Omega, a powerful system currently located in the Pacific Northwest, will progress eastward eventually. This is tomorrow, bringing widespread high winds across the northern Rockies and plains on Tuesday. And those high winds will be hitting the spots in British Columbia and parts of Washington tonight. Not to create panic, but those in Merritt, BC, Kamloops, Kelowna, Parakanotton, might want to think about grocery shopping and making sure you have what you need. The Coquihalla virtually destroyed and all highways closed. Supply chain will become a big issue shortly. And A, they evacuated the entire town of Merritt, and B, some of the inland parts of Canada are now totally cut off from highways and roads. Lots of people needed to be rescued. Shout out to all the first responders and the Coast Guards and the National Guards who are helping out. Washington is also getting hit really hard. Greg Diamond letting us know they've had over 11 inches of rain. Here, he's there in Washington in the last 3 days. Helicopter crews have successfully evacuated 10 people from the flooded residential area of West Forks, Washington, near Highway 110. And in my almost 9 years of doing THORnews, I have noticed Mother Nature tends to operate in patterns, and if she'll hit a spot once, sometimes she'll come back again and again in that cycle. And so I'm just putting a word out to Texas that we got hit with a storm earlier this year in the winter, and so there's a good chance, I would guess, that we will get hit again, possibly in December. This is 3 months apart in Canada, though. Yeah, but the Yellowhead Road and Bridge is pretty much destroyed and will be a major challenge rebuilding. This is a picture from Mount Etna. But yeah, you got the major volcanoes action happening across the world as well. We are definitely in a complicated times. And like nobody seems to be getting along anywhere across the world. But yeah, you got heavy precipitation for the still watching out up through the 18th, which is 3 more days for parts of Washington, parts of Oregon, and then Idaho, Montana, looking out for heavy snow. Brian Brettschneider is down in Alaska. They've been getting some heavy snow and much below temperatures, and then the heavy precipitation for parts of Canada. And we're looking for peak danger days around the 18th or 19th, although I could be off by a few days, but expect things to get wilder and wackier. I've been talking about the energy that this partial lunar eclipse over the demon star Algol would bring, and for thousands of years, multiple civilizations have said it's always very bad luck, and usually it leads to catastrophe and death. So, I'm not trying to fearmonger, just telling everybody to play defense. Be smart, yo. Cow Valley Biker letting us know Malahat is a river. That is not a good sign. Michelle Esteban, parts of Nooksack River Valley underwater here in Everson. Met owner of this blueberry farm, now underwater, says nothing he can do. It's devastating. First the heat dome, And now this. And then you got a pretty major wind event coming in. Franklin Sayre in Yaletown, watching people's patio furniture fly from 30 floors up. This is in British Columbia. This is in Princeton, or 15 minutes outside of Princeton by Jules Knox. You can see here that there's major road obstruction. The road is flooded and the water is very high. Here, the global news drone shows the devastating flood in Merritt, BC that led to the evacuation of thousands of residents. Major flooding happening, and this was the town that was fully evacuated because the rain is going to continue to come in. Then you had a big free-floating barge aground in False Creek between English Bay and Sunset Beach. Luckily, it landed somewhere, quote-unquote, safely, but there's a chance it could be dislodged again. Tyler Hamilton, 6 creeks and rivers in the province are running above 100-year return flow as of Monday afternoon. And like I said, and I repeat, that the rain will probably continue through past Tuesday. I mean, it's a pretty epic event causing catastrophic flooding, and this will move to the east. See those speckled looking clouds offshore? Those are open cell cumulus clouds. Those clouds indicate cold air is strongly invading the area and the air mass is unstable. They're called open cell cumuli because they look like they have holes in their centers. But you can see here there's definitely more in the moisture flow. So problems will continue. Scott Duncan, as the tropical moisture piles into the terrain of the Northwest America, air is forced upwards. This exacerbates rainfall rates locally. Orographic lift, freezing levels also rose dramatically for a period. This added melting snow to the water load, significant flooding underway. So yeah, the parts of Canada up here had major snowfall ahead of time, and then that got hit with rain, which exacerbated the flood amounts and has helped cause the major problems we are seeing now. Kim McDonald letting us know, meanwhile, in northwestern New Brunswick, roads are slick and snow-covered. Some areas could see as much as 20 centimeters of snow, especially on higher terrain. Judging by these highway cams, it could get a bit tense behind the wheel. But yeah, they evacuated the entire town of Merritt. Tons of roads and highways are out in Washington and in the British Columbia part of Canada and around there. This is a pretty big weather event unfolding, and having heavy wind coming in after all the rain, or during more rain, is not going to be good. Dee Dee's son, tree slammed into the house in Auburn. Everyone is okay, thankfully. Fire crews are super busy right now with windstorms rolling through, knocking out power and causing damage like this. This is in Washington. And so everybody buckle up and stay cool. And I would stay aware of pretty much a little bit of everything over the next few days, as it is definitely going to get probably wild and weird on a lot of levels in a lot of places. All right, everybody stay cool, and I will continue to bring you updates to the next few days, because that's what I do all the time. All right, thank you to everybody cool out there, and I'll talk to y'all in the near future. God bless everyone.